I thought a sweater would be a good idea because it's fall now, but it's actually kind of hot in here and so now I'm sweaty. But hi, how's it going today? I'm not having a good day. Hi! This is take number 3 of this week's video. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. Oh, I'm so sorry for what you're about to witness. That might be the weirdest intro I've ever filmed for this channel, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't have the energy to care right now. I am not having a good time right now. I'm not having a good day. I'm kinda just vibing. Oh no. How deep do I want to get with this? I don't think it should be any surprise to anyone considering, you know, my whole vibe, but I am one of the mentally ill. No, we can't call ourselves that. Oh my god, okay. I have this thing, this really cool, fun thing that I do called dissociation, and basically that kind of sort of in layman's terms means I'm not in my body when I'm not having a good time. Oh no, that's too deep. Oh god, my thoughts just like, I have a thought and then it goes whoop and just disappears. So if I'm all over the place in this video, please know I had a thought and a point I was trying to make. But anyways, happy fall everyone. We're actually having a really nice fall in Canada this year. We're getting nice weather. We're getting to actually see the leaves turn yellow and fall off the trees. Usually what happens is it goes from like green trees and then we get the first frost and like a huge blizzard and then there's no leaves left. So I'm actually enjoying seeing some leaves on my streets this year. A lot of the figures that I had pre-ordered for August got pushed back to September and then got pushed from September to October, and so I actually did only get one of the figures I was supposed to this month. So to beef out the rest of this haul, I've added other stuff in there that I've picked up recently. One of them is not related to stuff I usually talk about on this channel, but I'm gonna unbox it anyway for those of you that might be interested. If that is not you, if you are not interested in seeing stuff that is not related to like anime or like cute stuff, I will be definitely putting chapters in this video so you can skip around to whatever you're interested in. Hopefully you find something of value. See what I mean? English, it doesn't compute. I'm not firing at all today. You know how people say they're not firing on all cylinders? I am firing on no cylinders today. I can't! As we usually do on this channel, let's just get through the shameful parts first. I have another Funko Pop to talk about today. This is one that you knew was coming though, if you pay attention. So I finally got my hands on the Erza Scarlet Hakama version Funko Pop. Obviously, I was super duper excited when I saw that this one got announced in the newest wave of Fairy Tale Funko Pops. I love Erza, we all know this, and so of course I needed her to become a part of the Erza Shrine. I did pick her up in August, I just didn't get her in time to include her in the last merch haul, and so we're including her now. You can see that there's some very obvious paint bleeds. She does have some red transfer on her face that I wasn't able to get off, and there's some seams where you can very clearly tell her hair's been glued together. Obviously, because it's a Funko Pop, you can't have too high of a standard, so to be honest, it could have been worse. I am actually pretty impressed by her ab sculpt, to be honest. I'm not sure if I have any figures that have abs. Actually, that's a lie. I think maybe my Lucy's do. But anyways, very good abs on this Funko Pop. So, plus 2 points for that, I guess. Are we doing rating systems? We don't do rating systems on this channel. Maybe we should start. Yeah, I'm not sure why I even tried to give these a proper review because you know what you're getting. It's a Funko Pop. So yeah, basically this was just to inform you that yes, I do have the newest Erza Funko Pop and she is pretty cool. I would recommend picking her up if you are an Erza Scarlet fan like me. If not, don't bother. It's really nothing that special. Okay, so this next thing I did actually legitimately try to stop myself from buying, but I just thought it was so cute and I broke down. I will remind you that a couple of months ago I hauled this absolutely precious sweetheart, this cinnamon bun Pusheen. Now, of course, I lost my little damn mind when we got the donut machine at my work. And yes, I did try to fight myself. I was like, no, you don't need that. But come on, look at it. Is it not the cutest thing you've ever laid your eyes on? And like, excuse me? I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed! So yes, we have the adorable donut machine. And actually, this has had practical application in my life, which is kind of weird to say about a donut-shaped cat. But I have a cartilage piercing, and the thing that they don't tell you about cartilage piercings is that every so often, it's just gonna get irritated for no reason, and then you won't be able to sleep on that side for the next, like, 3 to 7 business days. So the great thing about this donut machine is that it's got an actual hole in the middle, and so if my cartilage piercing gets irritated, I can just kind of like position it in a comfortable position, and then I can still sleep on that side, right? This is very niche content. I don't know how many of you are going to be able to relate to what I'm saying, but it is actually legitimately helpful. But yes, a donut machine. I am very hard pressed to regret this purchase, so to be honest, I'm not even gonna apologize. All right, so this next thing is the thing that doesn't really have any relation to what I usually talk about on my channel, but recently I've kind of like slowly started a brand new collection, and I got a new piece of it in the mail the other day and wanted to share because I was just so excited about it. So I actually did recently start a small record collection. It actually completely happened by accident. I did not mean to get into collecting vinyl, but I went to a concert of one of my favorite bands of all time, and they had signed copies of their brand new vinyl album. So of course, I was kind of like, oh, should I not? My boyfriend of 4 years is a vintage record collector, and so the jump was pretty easy. It was like, I already have the equipment. It's like $50 to buy a signed copy of this record that I really love. It was kind of a no-brainer. I'm gonna preface this with saying, please do not think that this is me trying to say I have good music taste. That is absolutely not the case. I like what I like, you like what you like. Let's just let everybody be friends. But yeah, basically, I'm not a music critic. I just like what I like, and so here's kind of a vinyl collection tour. Right, so first up, the one that started it all. The Beaches, Future Lovers, signed by all 4 of these fantastically talented ladies. One of my favorite bands of all time, if not my favorite band of all time. And so, of course, I needed to. Overall, this was a fantastic first record to get. A, because I love the band so much, and B, because I think it's just very aesthetically pleasing. Obviously, you've got the Future Lovers cover on the front side with the signatures, and on the back, it's the Professional album cover because this is the Professional Lovers album, the Sisters Not Twins. So basically, for those of you who have no idea who the Beaches are, they released 2 LP albums. They released the Professional, and then they released Future Lovers, and then they smooshed them together to create the Professional Lovers Sisters Not Twins album. So that is this. This is the one that has both of those. And obviously the inside, very 70s inspired with the track list. It also came with stickers, which is like a great first record experience. First of all, I opened up the packaging and I was like, there's stickers? So that was a great surprise. We've got a sticker sheet here. Not sure if I'll ever use them because, you know, I have anxiety about stickers. And then, of course, the vinyl on the inside. It is this beautiful cream color, very good neutral. It may look a little bit white on camera almost, but I assure you it is a beautiful shade of cream. We've got the A side in red and the B side in blue. Obviously, I'm biased because I love this band very much, but I do think it is a great record, and if you are interested in like punk rock or like girl rock in any way, kind of like 70s vibes, I would recommend checking it out. Awesome local Canadian artists. And this is the first pre-order that came in. It is the Blue Stones Hidden Gems. Love the Blue Stones, another one of my favorite bands. They are local Canadian as well. I would recommend it if you like rock, I guess. But this is a pretty cool release. We've got the Hidden Gems cover art on the front here, as well as a track list on the back. On the inside is the lyric sheet and then the actual vinyl itself, which is this very pretty color blue. One of the things that sold me on this vinyl in the first place was that they were doing a brand new pressing in new plastic, so I was drawn in by the fact that they described it as sky blue opaque. To me, this is not sky blue. When I think of sky blue, I think of something kind of more like this, but honestly, can't be too mad. It is still a pretty color, and I love the record anyways, so it doesn't really matter what color plastic it is. The third addition to my vinyl collection came to me from Amazon Prime Day because they actually had a relatively good deal on this record, and so even though it wasn't one I was considering picking up, I decided to just go for it. So that is the American Beauty American Psycho album by Fall Out Boy. Remember, we're not talking about objective music taste here, we're just talking about plastic. But yes, I do love Fall Out Boy, like any good emo teenager did. American Beauty American Psycho is not my favorite album of theirs. It's pretty good, but it's not my favorite. My favorite is actually Mania, which I know is an even more unpopular opinion. So again, we're not talking about music taste here, we're just talking about plastic. So this one, of course, has the album art on the front, as well as a track list on the back. On the inside, there is just a very aesthetic photo of what looks like blue lava rock. There's a sheet of lyrics provided inside with the vinyl itself. And then, what is arguably the coolest part about this record, which I didn't realize until I opened it, this one was not described what the vinyl plastic was, and so I was actually pleasantly surprised when I opened it and it was this beautiful, tie-dye marbled sky blue. And I was like, this is what I wanted the Bluestones one to be. So I ended up getting my sky blue record anyways, which is great. Big surprise, but I was very pleasantly surprised. And then of course that leads us to my fourth record, which I just received a couple of days ago. I do actually have some unboxing footage of that one, so we're gonna throw it back to me in the past to talk to you about this record. So this just came in the mail today. Funny little story about this record right here. This was the first ever CD that I bought because I, in high school, drove a really shitty 2003 Ford Focus, and that thing didn't have an aux cord, and so if I wanted to listen to music that I liked, I had to buy CDs, and this was the very first CD I ever bought because I was like, I need to have this to listen to in my car. So obviously I have a very special connection to this album in the first place. I love Marina in all iterations, but Electra Heart is definitely my favorite. The original record is stupid expensive on the aftermarket, so I got lucky and they did a re-release for the 10th anniversary, which is almost better because the re-release, as you can see with this sticker right here, includes the bonus tracks for the first time on vinyl, which is great. Honestly, in my opinion, Electra Heart needs justice. It should have been on the album. I don't see why you're gonna name an album after a song that you cut from the album. Arguably one of my favorites. So super happy that I have it on vinyl. But we're gonna open it up today for the first time and kind of just give you my thoughts on the whole experience. So obviously, we saw the sticker on top here. Marina and the Diamonds, Electra Heart, 10-year anniversary, 2LP magenta vinyl, including the tracks Evol and Electra Heart for the first time on vinyl. We know, we love. This is probably the last time you're ever going to see this sticker because it's attached to the plastic. One thing right off the bat is that it does not have the original album art on it. It's just the eye, which, I mean, I would have preferred the original, but I'm not gonna complain, to be honest, because I'm not about to pay $200 for a record, sorry. And of course, it's super duper reflective, so much so that I don't know if you can necessarily see it when I hold it up like that, but it is super reflective. So it looks like we've got this cover sleeve here, which we can take off. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, that was a bit of a weird reaction, but we do actually have the real cover art on the inside here, which is fantastic. I'm super pleased with that. So, got the original cover and everything. Beautiful. And then let's open it up. Yeah! Oh, I'm so excited. This is great. Oh. Excuse me? How awesome is that? Look at the color on that. Come on. It's like kind of translucent. So this is the C side. That's the D side. Oh my gosh, I can't get over this plastic. It's so pretty. Alright, so this is side A. And then side B. Oh my gosh. I'm obsessed. There is a lyric sheet included with the A and B side, so if you were curious, but it's just a basic lyric sheet. The only thing about this is that it's super duper prone to fingerprints, which is a little unfortunate, but it's all good. I can't wait to play this, I'm so excited. So, that's the collection for now. And that of course leads us into the apex of the video, no pun intended. This is the scale figure that I received this month. I do actually also have unboxing footage of that one, so we're gonna throw it back to me in the past yet again, and we're going to unbox this figure and talk about it. I honestly wasn't too sure how to make up my feelings at first, but I think I've gotten a decent pin down on how I feel about it, so without further ado, let's just unbox it. Hello and welcome yet again to my floor. This is actually maybe the biggest Ami Ami box I've ever gotten. This is the big boy. This is the like 140 size Ami Ami box. And I don't think I've ever got a box this size for a figure ever. So now it makes sense why the shipping was like a lot. Anyways, I'm nervous. I'm more excited than I am nervous. I'm more excited than I was when I pre-ordered it because at the time I had never heard of Apex. And so I was a little bit nervous. I was like, I don't know, like this is expensive, should I pre-order it? Because it was an expensive pre-order at the time. And also I'd never heard of the company, and so they hadn't really done too many figures at the time. So I was like, oh boy, this is kind of scary. But since then, I have seen a lot of the figures that Apex has been putting out recently, and they have been ballers. So I am actually super duper excited to get into this. I do have high expectations though, unfortunately, so I hope that they'll be able to meet them. But any of the Apex figures I've seen others unbox have been fantastic, so I cannot simply wait any longer. We have to get into this box. Oh, here's the Ami Ami card for September. It's Amiko and her friend in bunny suits. That's actually really cute, honestly. I've never considered keeping any of these because I started collecting when they were the comics. So maybe I'll actually keep this one. All right. Oh, she's super heavy. Oh, I just heard something clink around in there, I'm afraid. This is the box! This is Ari! Oh my god, I'm actually pretty nervous because like every time I like move this back and forth, there's something that clunks. I think it might be one of her tails. And that is really scary because who knows how much it's been banged around. Anyways, we've got this beautiful holographic KDA logo on the top of the box. On the side, it's just got a view of the art, a lot more holographic design. The other side is just another logo, more KDA. Back side, pictures of the figure. Lots of holographic on this box. I like it a lot. It seems pretty sturdy, and she is super duper heavy, so. And then the front here, Ari, Apex, KDA, all that good stuff. It's like a diamond window here. You probably can't see her all that well, but there she is, oh my god! Just cut the tape very carefully here. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so what was clinking around in the box was not, in fact, her tails or anything suspicious. It is just a very cool acrylic stand of her. That is pretty fun. That is pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. I would have preferred it be just the cutout of her, but I understand that's kind of difficult. Not gonna complain because I paid for the figure and I got an acrylic stand, so there's that. Just got instructions in the bottom, which I'm hoping I won't need, but we'll see. This is her base here. Trapezoidal, if you will. Honestly, I actually don't mind trapezoidal bases. My Sebastian Michaelis has a trapezoidal base, or like a triangular base, I guess. And to be honest, it's a lot better than circular bases because you can fit a lot more figures in and around this kind of shaped base. If that makes any sense, it just saves more space in the detail, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised to see that. And there's the lady herself. She's just got one piece of plastic that's protecting her hair, looks like. Looks like she does have some dust or like dirt on her fingers, but that's nothing I can't wipe away just now. Oh, looks like it's actually tails first. Okay, great. So we'll set the body to the side for a second. I don't want to take out the little heart thing just yet. So don't let me forget that it's still there. Blister in this thing. All right. And here we have tails. Oh my gosh, they are so heavy. I'm pretty sure I'm holding it the right way because there is a little bit of a thing in the bottom here, which I can use to put on the base. Like so. That makes sense, right? Yeah, there we go. We got tails on a base. All right, so her feet are on there, obviously. And then we just have to connect the tails to the booty. Wow. Hello. Great. Last final finishing touch is the little heart that's in her hands, which we left in the blister. I'm not sure if there is a specific way that this goes in. I'm gonna have to be so super duper careful with this. If you buy this figure, please be careful with that because it reminds me a lot of the Lucy key off of my Pop-Up Parade Lucy Heartfilia. And that, it broke so easily. Like I actually broke that one getting it out of the box. So please be careful. Well, I had it right and then I screwed it up. There she is. That is fantastic, wow.
I really had trouble figuring out how I feel about this figure. Ultimately, I think my expectations were just unrealistic, and at first, I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed. She had more gloss and more life to her expression in the promotional photos versus how she is in real life, which definitely threw me off at first. So yes, she's not exactly as pictured, but overall she is still fantastic. The paintwork is crisp, and even though her breastplate is less glossy than I anticipated, it does actually have this beautiful, almost like rainbow sheen to it that's kind of hard to capture on film. I think the translation of video game characters, or more realistically proportioned characters, is much more difficult than the standard anime expression. So at the end of the day, I think this was executed well, and I am quite pleased with how she turned out at the end of it all. Personally, my only long-standing gripe about this figure is the tails. I feel like the opaque blue painted ombre really throws it off. Her tails are supposed to look like crystals, and the paintwork just throws off the illusion too much in my opinion. I would have much rather had it be more of a clear type of finish. The little heart in her hands is less faceted than the promotional photos as well. It's less glossy, it's less sculpted, if you will. But that's a minor detail, and I can't be too mad about it. So, yes, while in conclusion, I don't think this figure met my expectations, I'm still happy to add her to the detail, and I would recommend picking it up if you're interested in it. Especially if you're a League of Legends fan, or a fan of KDA, or just of Ari in general, it is a pretty good figure. From the perspective of a figure collector, American video game characters don't usually get very good scale adaptations, or any kind of figures that you get of them are not always the highest of quality, and so I can't find myself being too mad about this, to be honest. Overall, she is really cute, and I am happy to have her in my collection.
That is all I have for you on this fine fall afternoon, or I guess in whatever season you're watching this. I hope the weather's nice. Again, thank you for bearing with me. I know I'm not super all there right now, but as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.